Hey viewers, I just wanted to let you know that this week's video will not be a review, it will be more of a personal video about my opinions on Asphalt 8 and how it is today. But I'll be showcasing the cars in this video, the R.S.01, the TRION Nemesis, the 1-to-1, the Beast-X, and the F1. So I just wanted to tell you that if you're looking for a review, then we'll be having one next week about the Valkyrie. So, enjoy. So, this is my R.S.01, it has a decal on it, I really like this one. But the upgrades, you can see, they're already expensive and I'm already out of freaking coins onto this race. I'll be having one for each car, but basically Asphalt 8 is very dead. I just wanted to say this, it's going to die pretty soon. If not, then it will be extremely unplayable for new players. Because you can see it from that upgrade menu alone. They want not 77,000 fusion coins for a single upgrade, as you know, my R.S.01 does that. They want 77,000 fusion coins for an upgrade, one Pro Kit upgrade to get it to second level. And the thing is, it won't do that much compared to credits, where fusion coins is not grindable, unlike credits. Well, credits isn't anymore either. But back then, credits were grindable. Fusion coins, they're not. You have to wait a week to get 300,000, and you know, a week is a very long time. I mean, it's not that long in the grand scheme of things, but for an impatient player, 300,000 per week can be pretty long, and especially since it takes 3.7 million fusion coins to max Pro Kit a Class S car, and you also need to get the legendary parts. This is basically what people have been, you know, being really frustrated about in this game. It's the economy is very destroyed, and progression is almost impossible. And yeah, that's the thing. Over the updates, especially after 2018, the Vivendi sent in a new team to take over Loft Barcelona, which they now work on Asphalt 9. But Asphalt 9 doesn't have the same developers as Asphalt 8 launched with. In fact, it's like 8 years ago at this point. Asphalt 8 is 8 years old, and they're still trying to keep this game afloat. But in this state, it's really hard to do that because players are just unhappy. It's almost impossible to progress in this game for a new player, as I mentioned before. And you see, because these cars, you can't Pro Kit them. Well, most of them, it's impossible to. You're stuck in competitive cars until you get the fusion coins. The fusion coins are very expensive. It's $100 for only 1.8 million, and that's really bad because, well, you need 3.7 million and you need 4 million to buy a Class S car, or a car that's part of the 30 Kings. So I don't know what they were thinking. If they expected players to be able to progress, they would at least give fusion coins out more. Now, as the current game is, all we get are festivals, which are the quote-unquote special events where you can get cars for free. But the thing is, since those festival cars need Pro Kit upgrades only, it's very hard to get them to be competitive. And that's kind of the thing that people are unhappy with. They're giving away cars for free, but those cars are useless unless you are able to Pro Kit them. It's pretty hard because they have time-limited Pro Kits that are now part of wildcards. I think they were like 100,000 credits per wildcard. And my baby blade, I still need 188 more Pro Kit cards to get into Pro, and I also need, like, I'd say about 3.3 million fusion coins, which I'm not going to do just for that car, because it's very bad until it's Pro, because it's a festival car and they have very poor speed for the rank. Because I remember back in the day, you could at least grind credits so you can be able to Pro Kit a car once you get all the kit cards. Actually, speaking of special events, nowadays our special events are exclusive R&Ds if they ever come around. But the thing is with these R&Ds is you need to max Pro the car in order to win it. It has required ranks for the the labs. The final AI for the Regero one, it needed 1862, and if you're going to spend that much fusion coins on the car, you might as well just buy it from the garage. I don't really see the point of what's the point of bringing the R&Ds back, because they give like pocket change for tokens. They don't even give you any upgrades or token cards. Now, unlike back then, because back then, well, you could go with an underrated car, and if you were really good, you can beat the ultimate AI and win the car at a lower tune. I remember that's basically why special events were always fun in the first place, because you could experiment with your tunes and try to get the lowest rank while beating the AI. I remember trying to do that for the Porsches, but my iOS account is no longer available anymore because Asphalt 8, you can't log into Game Center anymore. And I was annoyed when I found that out because I literally bought my iPad Pro or not exclusively for this game, but part of it, the reason why is because I wanted my iOS account. But it says you need to log into Game Center before starting the game, when Game Center was already logged in. I don't know what incompetency devs have now, but I'm disappointed in both the game law teams, because these games are popular. The Asphalt series, it carries a huge reputation on its shoulders, and Asphalt 9 is a disappointment, and Asphalt 8 is extremely expensive. I don't understand what they're going to do with the rest of this series. Now, with Asphalt 8 directly, my complaints are it's impossible to start up as a new player. You need to have an older version of the game, or you need to modify the game in order to be able to buy cars that would be competitive, because, well, it's pretty much impossible to have a high-end car anymore. It takes months of grinding, when back then it would only take like, what, 3 days? It took me like 2 days to buy the Veneno back in 2013. And now you can't even get the Veneno because it costs tokens. I don't know what they're doing with this game. It's just, I hope they leave Asphalt 8 alone after these changes. Like, it's on a dormant state right now, but I really hope they just leave this game alone, because its reputation is ruined, and people, it's a dying game, so I just wanted to stay in a dormant state before it gets even more pay to win. Because cars like the, I don't think the Esco, I think the Virtual Lord, you needed to pay money in order to at least get the premium pass and then get the fusion points, the festival points. And I'm just not unhappy I'm not happy with how this game turned out. Because I've been playing this game since it launched for like $1, $2. I had that on my old iPad. And now I can't even get my account that I started with, which had at least 90 cars, and I only have 82 cars in this account. They were good cars. I had good cars on my old account. In this one, well, I have some good cars, but not a lot of them. And it's kind of just sad how this game is turned out. As we're coming up to the end of this race, we're unfortunately not able to catch up these cars. That's how it is for most of these videos. I thank you for sticking around in this short video and about my ranting of the game. Maybe leave a like, a comment, or subscribe, but I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.